They did not.
Yes, they did. That's a new engine, FYI.
Right.
The Rain-X Toyota GR Corolla on Nitto tires. Ryan Turk, our #1 qualifier. He's got the clean air out front and no Rain-X needed. As now goes in that first outside zone. That small little back bumper getting close. Not as close as we saw in qualifying or in practice, but guess what? Oh, Jeff Jones. You see that problem in the chase position now. Out to that BC Racing Go for Gold. Touch and go. Nice job around the inside clip. Guess what? Jeff did have a small mistake exiting that outside zone 3. See if he turns that, flips it around, and calls it some love. See if he gets some love here. The Evo AutoWorks Nissan 370Z, Jeff Jones out front. Little trickle here out of the start. Ryan Turk drops into formation. The pass the point, no return. Was that a late initiation? I'm not sure. We'll have to take a look at that again. So it fails to get all the way to outside zone, like I said. Sounded healthier there, so maybe it's firing back up. But Ryan Turk doing everything he needs to do. This is, oh, right there. I mean, Jeff looked healthier.
Thinking back, it's incredible.
It is, and to your point, I think it's vehicle build, it's driving, it's seat time, it's more exposure of the sport to the world, but overall drifting is growing by leaps and bounds, and here we go. Jeff Jones will lead. Michael Essa giving chase in that first front clip. Jeff Jones seeing a little corrections from his front wheels, allowing Michael Essa to gain some ground, going to that second outside zone. Jeff gets out there, you see him kind of reinitiate into that inside clip in the horseshoe. And there's that smoke you were talking about. I mean, look at that flick.
Wow.
A really aggressive flick there by Jeff Jones. And see that Mike
qualifying.
Okay, let's alternate the order with Michael Essa up front, FCP Euro, Liqui Moly, BMW, Bilstein shock absorbers. And here comes Essa. Initiates into that first front clip. Bigger angle from Essa. Jeff Jones taking out what is to be that touch and go. Now into the second outside zone. See, there's the pressure we're looking for. Look at Jeff Jones. All up in the side of Michael Essa. Well done here. Now, it's really hard to see. Obviously, that touch and go has disappeared as Jeff Jones took it out. And I'll tell you what, the former champ
going against just on the right line at outside zone 1, and you need to lift off just at the right time to get the car to float all the way up to outside zone 2 without going over and without staying too far on the inside.
Here we go with the one more time battle between Jones and Essa, initiating simultaneously into that first inside clip. We talked about and elaborated on what they need to do. Are they going to do it? Jones. See him pulling away a little bit from Essa, getting to the outside zone, quick little handbrake yank. Past that front clip, and you can see Michael Essa seems like he took note of the notes, literally. But Jones, absolutely relentless, not giving up, man. I'm telling you, Jones. All right, let's alternate the order here with Essa out front and Jones in that chase position. Let's see what you got, fellas. Essa. See Jeff Jones getting formation. Kind of rolling into it. Not a big snappy transition here from the boys. Past the touch and go. It's only touching on the back. Look at Jones right there, about to shred his front bumper to pieces, but doesn't stop him at all. I think we got a little contact there. Maybe we'll have to roll the tape back again. But you talk about Essa falling back. Jones does not. Man, can't even barely see them.
What happened there? Looks like Jones might have beat it originally, and even Alec Robbins referred to that while he was talking to Lorette.
All right, here we go. Moving on to our next battle. We'll revisit that Robbins situation as Travis Reeder, Jeff Jones initiate into that first inside clip. And Reeder goes way off. Some gravel being sprayed. But Jeff Jones, look at that composure. Jeff Jones stays right there behind Reeder. Big angle there for both the drivers. The gravel machine gun of Travis Reeder. Travis Reeder, the street sweeper, coming all the way through. A nice job, man. Hats off to Jeff Jones out front. Clean air minus that front bumper, and Reeder. Surprised he's still got that back bumper on there, man, after he ripped through that gravel. Here goes Jeff Jones, the Type S lights on the front end there. You can see him lighting them up. A lot of handbrake there coming in. That is a decel area. That is allowed. Big angle, snappy transition from Jones. Now Reeder coming up the hill. Both of them powering up into that second outside zone. Reeder really all over Jeff Jones. Dives in, Ryan, you talked about that early on. Don't go off course when you're exiting the horseshoe.
No.
And Jeff Jones, Reeder contact. Reeder goes off.
Oof.
Tires are gone. Down to 8 now. Then eventually top 4. Here we go, our first battle of the Link ECU, grade 8. Matt Field, wow, working all his way to the other side. Big, nasty initiation here. Woo, going for it. Absolutely insane entry there from Matt Field. Now coming into that second outside zone. Jeff Jones taking that shallower line. Whoa, Jeff Jones, JJ, look at that. Dynamite, look at that. Well done by Jeff Jones in that final clip. I felt like Matt Field used the... And here we go with Jones out front. Matt Field chasing him down. Do the start chicane. We got a clean start. Jeff Jones, straight line approach. Field initiates way early. Wow, parts flying off once again. And Matt Field, interesting, what is going on there? Don't know if that was Field being aggressive or Jones. And Field, look at that. Something might have happened to Matt's car. Or did he get thrown off from the beginning?
Yeah,
definitely going to run that back. Give him some of that Spanish. Pass me a bottle, Mr. Jones. Jeff Jones talking about nitrous bottles. And we have a clear start. Looks like a little talking about the Scandinavian flick, and Jones goes high on the bank. Looks like Jones a little more settled. Brandon Sorensen, he works his way up there. Got that proximity now coming down into the first inside clip. There goes Jones past it. Brandon lacking angle. Now crawling over that jump. Brandon not hitting it right in the middle. But definitely you can see him kind of going back and forth. Still keeps proximity. Jones, he's got the right line. What he's got here. And Ryan, as you said, you know, you look at the forecast on any of your phones and it looks like it hits and quits. So hopefully, again, we get dry conditions at some point here tonight. Brandon Sorensen initiates, and look at now they're alternating positions in more ways than one. Brandon is high, and Jeff is struggling to get the height. As Brandon now comes down into the splash zone on that inside clip. See how they handle the second inside clip. Brandon goes a little bit wide here. This is very difficult, and they're making it look easy. Brandon lacking that angle, almost breaking out. Jeff applying the pressure. Toyota GR Supra on Ditto tires going against the Evo AutoWorks GT Radial Nissan 370Z. It's Jeff Jones. Frederick Oslo initiates right on the bank. There he goes. See him tapping that. Look at Jeff Jones. Look at that. You can't count anybody out. He is the cell sleeper coming down like we called him. Ryan Saves the relentless one, and he is absolutely delivering just as he falls back. Frederick Oslo, the Type S lights are flashing. It's a disco underneath this car, and hold the line. All right, Jeff Jones now on front, so look. Oh my gosh, smoke is filling the column clean. That is OSW. Jeff Jones with that Scandinavian flick into the zone. A little working his way higher, but Frederick Oslo slams down some sparks being thrown. That gold nose has gotten Oslo in trouble before, but not today. Jeff Jones riding that line. The GT Radial being burnt up. The Norwegian Hammer always got a vibe going, man, and would love to see that vibe continue from the pits to the track. Jeff Jones out front. Goes across the nose of that Corvette of Taylor Hull, both of them in that first outside zone, now into the second. Coming down, you can see Jeff Jones very deep. Look at Taylor Hull's proximity. Good job getting into that pocket. Jeff Jones using all the course, barely knocking over that BC Racing clipping point into that final outside zone. Great battle there. That is a top-notch battle. That's like almost a grade 8-esque type. We're all battle. Good.
Pressure
Here we
is
go.
on.
It's just roll through it. We're all good. Taylor Hull's got this.
There we go.
Clean start. Here we go. Taylor Hull, full pull into that first outside zone. Look at Jeff Jones. Gets in that pocket. You're talking about compromises, and no, he gets in that pocket. Now it goes in that second outside zone. Gets all the way out there. So does Jeff Jones into that third outside zone. Feeling the flow and going from that outside zone 2 into 4. Let's see how they drop in, and it looks like Jeff Jones.
Jeff Jones is hungry.
Yeah, I don't know if he had any lunch. He's drooling right now. He does get 3 points too. So Kazuya Taguchi. Now let's go on to the head Drift Cave man. This is the Drift Cave boss, Matt Field, piloting his Falcon tires, Borla exhaust Corvette. Jeff Jones trying to give a run for his money, but unfortunately Evo AutoWorks Nissan 370Z does spin out, and Matt Field continues on into that final outside zone. And Jeff Jones still pushes, but he knows he spun out. That will be a great testimonial to kind of for the love of the game and progression and professionalism and bring it on up and having fun. Here we go. So Jeff Jones out front, Matt Field, that chase position, look at that. And Jeff Jones barely dipping that back right tire, and Matt Field getting aggressive in that chase position. Man, he was absolutely just buried in that smoke. Now coming through that final outside zone. Jeff Jones' car producing so much smoke. Just his wheel speed just cranking it out. Looks like he stopped by the Spirit store. Let's see how Jones does. Jones qualified 14th. Sorensen qualified 19th, so fairly equally matched. Jones out of the gate, big swing, and smoke machine turns on. Jones, big angle. Brandon Sorensen, he needs to get involved. He is low and lacking angle. As Jones now comes to that second outside zone. Jeff Jones, that Hedelbrock supercharger, takes a wide line, but tightens it back up. That was a crazy good line there from Jones. That was interesting. Just it had that wide swing in his way, but he really, as you say, needs to step up here and put down a solid lead run, especially on this big bank. He's got the clean air, that United States Air Force BMW, and he's doing exactly what we had hoped. Ooh, some wavering there. Man, he was flirting with that wall, saying, hey, how you doing? And then, oh, swings wide outside zone 2. And that's where that gets precarious, is that's hard to follow for Jones with him going 2 wheels off. Imagine if this is Atlanta, you go into the dirt or you go off course. Like Chris said, he says, Jeff Jones has been absolutely ripping. He knows he's a contender. Here we go. Chris Forsberg initiates into the bank, almost simultaneous there from Forsberg and Jones. Big angle there. Look at the attitude of Forsberg's car. You see it wobble. Oh, Jeff Jones going for it. Into that second outside zone, into the power rally, into that third outside zone. Here comes Jeff Jones on the inside. Taking a tight line. Chris Forsberg nudging over that inside clip and then into that outside final zone. That got for him to have a contention for the championship. That would be him going for his 4th. Here we go. Jeff Jones out front. That Evo AutoWorks Nissan 370Z initiates, big angle from him. You can see how much power he's got. Big angle there from Jones. Now Jones, let's see how he handles the power rally into that second outside zone. Big angle from Jones. Forsberg attacks on that third outside zone. Forsberg now drops to the door of Jones into that final outside and 4th zone. Would love to see the overhead and half of it with Oslo. Here we go. Chris Forsberg leads. Jeff Jones giving chase. Initiating that all-new Z. Goes Chris Forsberg, the 3-time champ. Good angle from him. Jeff Jones. Good proximity. Look at that diving in. Man, Jeff Jones out for blood. Jeff Jones dives in once again. Both of them wrapping around that inside clip and bringing it on home as Jeff Jones looks like he quickly tapped the wall, but didn't cause too much damage. I hope. Let's see who comes out on top after this one more time battle. Remember, the winner advancing on to the Link Engine Management Grade 8. Jeff Jones, Evo AutoWorks Nissan 370Z shreds that back bumper. The hatch opens, and that very well could potentially be a problem. And now coming through into that second outside zone, Chris Forsberg swings wide, takes out that outside clip. And Ryan, I mean, let's see what we got here from Jones and Olson. Run 1 here in the Rockstar Energy Drink Top 32. And Jones initiates 96.7 miles per hour, tight on that inside clip. Simon Olson, you kind of see him sliding on by, losing some ground into that second outside zone. Taking the tighter line is Olson. Now Jones into that final outside zone. Olson, you can see him putting that back right in. Doesn't hold on to it, but Jones will be Simon Olson from Norway, Jeff Jones from Southern California. Los Angeles. Here we go. Olson and Jones. Jones pacing him on initiation. Olson initiates. Jones, kind of a little delayed initiation there compared to what Olson did. Now Jones comes into that second outside zone.
Olson wavers into that second inside clip, does a good job now into that final outside zone. Olson looking a lot more confident out front. You could just see, type S, the official lighting of Formula Drift. Here we go, Jeff Jones initiates into the bank. Mike Power needs to a little failure to launch there on initiation from Power. But Power, you can see him dancing down there low on the bank. Jeff Jones, Evo Auto Works. Look that around, you got love, and that's what he's showing to the track and showing to the fans. Jeff Jones continues on through the course, getting low, getting tight. Jeff Jones making it look easy out front. That Type S, S15 from New York, going against Southern California, West Coast versus East Coast. Mike Power initiates. Look at this, Jeff Jones giving himself a little too much room. All right, oh, and Mike Power gets and taps that wall, stays in it. This is what we saw from him yesterday in qualifying. He hit hard, not once, but twice, going to that second outside zone. Here comes Mike Power. Now here comes Jeff Jones. Looks like, yeah, Jones could be closer, but given, you know, the scenario that he is looking at, Jones just barely crosses that. It almost came unwound. Lights are on. Type S, the official lighting of Formula Drift. We are in the Royal Purple top 16. There they are, taking that mid-line, so I think that's a proper line. You see him kind of working it a little, but there's kind of, you know, 3 lanes. Let's call it 3 lanes. In that mid-lane is the way you want to go. Into that second outside zone. Nice job by Rome. Again, they're not flirting with that wall, but again, that second outside zone seems to have a lot more grip and is less treacherous. Oh, Jeff Jones, little wobble. Comes out
Deeper than Rome did. So is Jeff going to go deeper into zone 2? That's a big area of opportunity for him right now. I don't think he's going to risk going high on 1, but hopefully he goes deeper in 2.
And here we go with the second half of this battle. Man, Rome needs to get involved. Jeff Jones now coming into that inside clip. Look at that. Nice job by Jones. See how they handle that second outside zone. Oh, Rome very shallow, but look at Jones digging deep. Here's a shovel. Can he dig it? Yes, he can. Past that second inside clip. Jeff Jones crushing it on his lead. Neither of these guys. Love to see Jeff Jones on the podium. And here we go. Jeff Jones out front. That Evil Auto Works, Nissan 370Z, Michael Essa, the FCP Euro, Liquid Moly, BMW. Look at Jeff Jones' angle. He is absolutely going for it. Into that second outside zone, here goes Jones. You can see Michael Essa chasing him down. Look at that shimming, just kind of get it in there. Needs to mimic the angle, definitely has the proximity, but Jones possessed. Qualifying 31st, he had to go to the second knockout qualifying. Jeff Jones qualifying 10th. He's got some serious momentum, but he's chasing down a former champ. And Michael Essa looks like he's finally found out where those gremlins are. He initiates. Jones needs to be higher. Look at Essa dragging bumper on the wall. Now going past that inside clip. Both of them are on it. Good transition right there. So, oh, Essa straightens out Jeff Jones. That's a wrap. Jones is going to move on. Essa makes a major mistake. Jeff Jones moves on to the final 4.